Well, you want to protect yourselves in the best possible manner. I sometimes use the analogy, oftentimes, of, I would say, a soldier who has dropped behind enemy lines. And if you're a victim of racism, you are behind enemy lines. Or a soldier who has already been captured. You've already been captured. You're a prisoner of war. So therefore, you do what works best for a prisoner of war. I often use movies as examples of some of the things that I'm saying, because sometimes people have seen the movies or they can't get the movie, and they can pick up on the lessons much quicker that way. I sometimes use the movie Shawshank Redemption about how the main character in that movie conducted himself once he was a prisoner. Shawshank was supposed to have been a fictional prison.
Yes, sir.
In the state of Maine, I understand, according to the movie. And this character was in the prison. So when you have to work with where you are, you can't work with where you are not. You have to always be where you are, wherever you are. So if you are a prisoner of war in a camp, a prison camp, there's certain things you have to do because you are in the camp.
Yes, sir.
You can't operate like you're outside the camp when you're in the camp. So therefore, you conform to the things that are being done there, but you do it reluctantly if you're in there and you shouldn't be there. You've been convicted for something that you didn't do. And in the case of black people, you're convicted for the crime of having the incorrect color.
Yes.
That's what the white supremacists are saying.
Yes, sir.
You're the incorrect color. You shouldn't have appeared on this planet in that type of color. What are you doing on this planet with that type of color? You're out of place. And therefore, you are due to be punished because of the color of your skin. That's what racism is. It isn't anything else. You are a person to be punished because of the color of your skin. So you're born in prison. So in answer to the question, how come you're not supposed to resist? You're supposed to resist, but you're supposed to do it with intelligence, because many of the ways that non-white people call themselves resistant is not resistant at all, but they say that they're resistant. And I give that illustration about, when you're confronted with what could be a race soldier. That's a racist in a uniform acting under what they call the color. That's a cliche saying that you hear quite frequently, the color of law. In other words, a person who is really committing criminal acts under the color of being a law enforcement officer in a constructive manner.
Yes, sir.
But a race soldier, meaning a person who is really a racist, pretending to be a law enforcement officer or a police officer, all right? So there's always that danger. So I say, as a part of the code, an intelligent reaction when you're confronted by a suspected race soldier, a suspected racist, acting or pretending to be a policeman. Don't fuss, don't fight, and don't flee. Why? Because you're not supposed to be resistant and whatnot. Like, apparently, this is what the gentleman is asking. He said, no, because it doesn't work. Compensatory logic is about doing what works.